Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? This is Mike here with Way Life Outdoors and Survival, and y'all, we're going out doing some foraging today, and I'd just like to tell you, kind of share with you what we're doing, and we're going to be going out and harvesting wild lettuce, and we're going to be making a pain reliever out of it a couple of different ways, and y'all, I just want to go over the first rule when you go out foraging. Make sure you know 100% without a doubt the identification of the plant that you're after. If you don't know, don't harvest it. Especially if it's something you're going to eat or make medicine out of, ingest into your body. Second rule, make sure you know the ground, the land where you're harvesting from. Make sure it's not treated with like herbicides and pesticides and runoffs from chemicals from factories and stuff like that. And what I always like to remember, Mother Nature put this stuff here for our use, and don't overdo it. I mean, harvest what you need, but don't harvest more than you need. And make sure when you harvest something that you don't harvest it all so you wipe out the resources. Make sure you leave some to reseed. Certain plants have to reseed before they can come back. Certain plants come back by the root. It just depends on what you're harvesting. But anyway, y'all, I just want to go over a couple things with you, and we're going to get out here and see what we find, and then we'll bring it back in the house and get it all prepped up and washed up, and we'll see what we can do out of it, y'all. All right, y'all. Wild lettuce. That's what we're going to be working with today. Some people call it prickly lettuce. It's got a scientific name, but I can't pronounce all that, y'all. I'm just old country boy, but we're going to be making medicine out of this wild lettuce today, y'all. All right, before we get started, one of the first things I want to show y'all, dandelions, wild lettuce, chicory. There are several plants in this family, and I call them cousins, but y'all, I want to show y'all the similarities. Right here are dandelion leaves, okay? Right here are chicory leaves. And right here are wild lettuce leaves. If you put all three of them right there together, you can really tell the similarities. And I want y'all to look. Dandelion, wild lettuce, chicory. See how similar those are? All right, back to what we're doing, y'all. Wild lettuce, that's what we're gonna be doing. And I got some leaves here off of it, and I don't know if y'all be able to see, but on the back of these leaves, on the back of the stem right there, it's got like little needles right up and down the spine. That's one of the ways to tell wild lettuce. Another way is the shape of the leaf. Y'all, me and one of my friends talking the other day, and this plant changes throughout its stages of life. Y'all see that right there? See how the leaves are rounded on it? But if you look, you can still see the spines, the needles on the back of the leaf. Yeah. And then as it grows into different stages, the leaves start looking more like this and like this. And I've got another one over here I've been watching, y'all. We'll show you the next stage in it here in just a second. I'm gonna go and harvest some of this. All right, y'all. See the spines, the needles on the back of that leaf right there? That's one way to tell, like I said, that in the shape of the leaf. But another way, y'all, sometimes if you take your fingernail, see that? See that white substance coming out of there? That's like a latex, y'all. That's another way you can tell it's wild lettuce. Look at that coming out of the stems, y'all. It's all over my knife. Well, they harvested about half of what was there, y'all. That way we leave this to reseed. And the ones I cut off, I didn't dig up the root. The ones I cut off, I left some limbs on them so they'll still keep growing and make seeds, and we'll have more wild lettuce next year, y'all. Oh, there's something else I want to show y'all. If you can see, even on the stalk of the plant, see them little needles? See there on the back of the leaf? All right, y'all. Here's the one I've been watching. Got the little needles on the stalk, little needles on the back of the leaf, the shape of the leaf. See how the lower leaves are rounded, and you get up here, they get more of a pointed look to them. And y'all, this one's about 4 foot tall. I've been watching it for a while. I'm not gonna harvest it, y'all. I've been letting this one grow. I'm gonna get the seeds off of it. And anyway, I just want to show y'all. This is another stage of the plant. You see how tall and skinny and scraggly it looks? That's just another stage of the plant. And then later on, it'll get a head on it, and it gets these little yellow blooms all over it. The best time to harvest this, it's a little early right now, but the best time is when it's got the little blooms, the little heads on it. It'll come out and have little heads, little different blooms all over. And that's one way you can tell the difference between this, and some people call it sow thistle, some people call it cow thistle. The cow thistle gets a bloom about the size of a dandelion, and this gets little small blooms about the size of the bloom on wood sorrel. And then it makes a head on top that does kind of like a dandelion bloom. It gets the little puff balls, but they're real small, and that's how it reseeds. All right, y'all, got out, found some wild lettuce. And you know, like I said, y'all, always make sure what you're dealing with, the identification of the plant, certain kinds of allergies, just like, you know, I was showing you outside how you can take your fingernail and the white substance starts coming out. Well, I was taught to call it a lactid. See that? But it's actually a form of latex, y'all. And if I had a latex allergy, I don't know myself how this would affect somebody with a latex allergy, but if I had a latex allergy, I definitely want to find out before I use it, y'all. But anyway, y'all, first thing I did, I brought this stuff in. Tell you what I did, y'all. All the little, y'all could see in the video where we were outside, all the little dried leaves that were at the bottom of the plants, I have removed, and I'm gonna set that to the side, and we're gonna chop that up and maybe let it steep in some water. Not really gonna boil it, but maybe let it steep for a while and make like a brown tea out of that. I'm also gonna make kind of like a green tea, and these teas, kind of a mild pain reliever, headaches, you know, mild muscle, you know, aches and stuff like that. Then we're also gonna make a more concentrated extract that's going to be, I guess it would be like a just a little, maybe a moderate pain, and then we're going to make a solid out of this, take it back into a solid form, dry it, grind it up, and you could put it in capsules. You could spoon it into a hot cup of water, or make a tea, or add it to any other drink, and it will be more of a for severe pain. And this stuff, when you get this medicine done, y'all, the severe version of it should be as strong as morphine, have no addictive side effects, no harmful effects on your body, but have the same pain-killing aspect as morphine. But y'all, we're gonna get this stuff started, get it chopped up, processed, start everything steeping, and get ready, and we'll get this going and see what turns out, y'all. All right, all we're doing here, y'all, we're just gonna take our wild lettuce. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm just going to take my knife and chop it up small where I can get it all in the food processor. I've already got this stuff washed off and let it sit here and dry a little bit. And we're going to use stems, we're going to use leaves, we're going to use everything except for the dried leaves, the ones that are naturally dried, and we're going to take and make like a tea out of them here in just a little bit. But I want to get all this stuff chopped up and processed first thing, y'all. And then I'm just going to put it all in my bowl. And then we'll add it to the blender and get it all chopped up. All right, y'all. Got our wild lettuce all chopped up. Prickly lettuce, wild lettuce, whatever. We're gonna put it in our processor, y'all. And I tell you what, sometimes we gotta do this a little bit at a time. Sometimes it helps to add just a little bit of water to it. As we go, as we blend it, we're probably gonna have to add a little water here and there. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I think it's about blended up. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave this like it is. I'm gonna fill this thing plumb up with water, and we're gonna let it sit there and steep a little bit. All right, guys. I took all our dried leaves we picked off the bottom, got them, just chopped them up with a knife, and I've got me some water boiling, and I'm gonna take and add some boiling water to that. We're gonna make us about probably right at 2 cups of it or so. Make sure everything gets saturated in there. And as y'all can tell, it's already starting to get a little color to it. But we're gonna let that sit there and steep. Got our green mix and our dry tea. Got everything steeping. We're gonna let that sit there, and we'll get back to it in just a minute, y'all. All right, guys. We got our brown tea leaf steeping. I took some of this out and put in a jar and got it steeping for a green tea. And now what we're gonna do is take everything that we mixed up in here, everything we chopped up, the leaves, stems, everything chopped up, the liquid we put in it, everything, and we're gonna put it off in the crock pot. There we go. We're going to try to get everything we got in there out. And that way, we'll get everything hopefully extracted out of this. Alright, y'all. We got it in the crock pot. We're going to set that on our lowest setting. And we're going to cover it and let it sit there and cook down. This is how we're going to get our extract, y'all. Alright, y'all. Been about 4 hours. Got our brown tea from our dried leaves, our green tea from our green leaves. And we're going to strain this stuff down, y'all. Alright, one strainer. I'm going to strain it the second time for a wire strainer. Brown tea. Now, I just took a mason jar and I got a coffee filter stretched over top of the mason jar. You probably don't have to do this the third time, but it's not going to hurt. About 2 cups of it. About 2 cups or so when we're done. First straining on the green leaf tea. Second straining on the green leaf or green leaf tea we made. We may have to strain this an extra time or two. Definitely gonna strain it the third time through the coffee filter. It's got a little bit of settlement in it, looks like, which it wouldn't hurt you anyway. But we're going to strain this through the water strainer one more time. Now we're going to strain it through the coffee filter on top of the jar. This is probably going to take a minute, y'all. This ought to filter pretty good though. 1, maybe 2 times. Alright guys, all I'm doing now, I've got both the teas, the brown leaf tea and the green leaf tea, and I'm just topping them off with a little bit of dandelion honey, and I mixed a little dandelion honey, a little wood sorrel honey, because the wood sorrel has a natural, almost like a citrusy, lemony type taste. Alright, we got all that in there. Now we're just going to shake the floor out of it, make sure the honey's all dissolved. There we go, y'all. And look, y'all, I want to show you. This is actually our green tea. But see how the greens separate? Alright. We're going to let this set for a day or two, and then we'll filter it off and check it out. It'll look more like a green tea. It'll have the clarity of a green tea compared to the brewed tea. Alright everybody, finally got this stuff where it's settled, and then I strained it again. It's going to be our green tea, or our tea from the green leaf extract. Here's a brown tea, or the tea from the brown leaf. Got them done, y'all, and all I done to these, y'all, actually, the brown tea, I added just a little bit of dandelion honey. I added a little dandelion honey that we made earlier into this. Gives it a real good flavor. It tastes like kind of like a brewed tea with just a little hint of honey to it. And then the one we made from the green leaf extract, I took and added a little bit of wood sorrel honey and a little bit of lime juice just for a little more citrus flavor. And they both have a real good taste, y'all. And but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, y'all. Instead of this video going on 45 minutes or whatever, I'm gonna do a part 2. We're gonna end this video here. This will be part 1, and that was identifying the plants, harvesting the plants, and doing the 2 teas. And y'all know we've got our stuff in the crock pot, and as soon as it gets ready, I'm gonna go on and finish processing it and everything, show you how to do that. But that'll be our part 2 video. But as for this part, y'all, that's about it. Like I said, oh, and just so y'all know, my wife, of course y'all know, she deals with a lot of back pain and leg pain and stuff from her disease and her back surgery and stuff. And she's already had to try this. I did have 2 quarts of it, but she had to try it, and she says it works, y'all. She said it made a pretty good difference, and like I said, this is going to be the mildest version. Then this is going to be just a little stronger version. Then we're going to, in video part number 2, we'll do a stronger, even stronger extract, and we're also going to take and make that into like a dried form, like a powder form, where you can put it in capsules or just spoon it into a drink or whatever. But that'll be part 2, y'all. And anyway, y'all, I just want to tell you I appreciate you watching. If you would, please like and subscribe to Way of Life, and we'll see y'all next time.